Okay, it says I'm live. Let's try. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Now let's just... Okay. Okay, there we go. I think it's staying. For some reason, my whatchamacallit will not stay. Okay, and there we go. Let's see. We don't need notifications for that. Okay, there we go. Now to get to recording as well, because I need to also record this. And there we go. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Yay! Happy Valentine's Day. And yes, it is true, like the song is suggesting, and the title is suggesting, I've got over 700 love songs on a Valentine's Day themed playlist. And I got no lover. It'd be if true. It's sad. Oh well. Moving on. One second. Let me just prep things. No one's here at the moment, so I can dawdle a little bit. My goal is to finish the line art on Rei, and if I can do that, and I may do the base coloring. It all depends on how long it takes. I don't think it will take that long for him because it's pretty simple. Really is pretty straightforward. Ah, there they are. Frames. That's a good one right there, because it shows a good side view of him. Luckily for me, the designs in Kilala Princess are pretty symmetrical. Makes it a lot easier to work with. Ciao, Mom. Yeah. Let's see. There we go. Okay, now that we got that business all... Oh. There we go. Now that we got all that business carried through, gonna... green color. I'm just gonna let people know that I am streaming. And I am live. Yeah. Okay. Time to get back to. Sorry, I saw a post and it was sad. I don't know why I'm saying sorry. There's no one here yet. YouTube Studios Smiths. Okay, there we go. Now we just need to wait to see if anyone will come in. I hope people will come in, but at the same time, I always prepare that no one will come in. It's like, there we go. See, the handiest thing about this is that if I have it set up like this, I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I can draw at the same time as me. I mean, I can record a speed paint in the same time of being productive, of doing a live stream, I mean. Let's see. I was watching Sleeping Beauty yesterday, and I realized I need to put the entire thing through VLC and screenshot the heck out of it. It is simultaneously weird when I look at the Kilala Princess cover arts, which now Kadoka only did the cover arts for the anything that came out later of Kilala Princess. It is funny when I look at them that it does seem like her art simultaneously went like it improved and then didn't improve, if that makes sense. Oops. It do be if, like, I got something. I will have to check that later. Hello, Watts. I am live. I'm drawing my princess from my favorite manga because I thought that would fit for Valentine's Day. Well, prince and princess. And so far, it's just me and you. I've been watching Freerin again with Nara Vanguard because he hasn't watched it yet. I'm watching the sub though. The jerk's only like half watching it. And it's like, oh, it's like, and then like if people ask you about it, it's like they're not, it's like, don't give your review opinion. Oh, hello. Welcome, Sandman Tun. I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. Anyway, watching Farron, and he's like only like half paying attention, like he's making his pizza and stuff like that, or he's looking at his phone, which would be like fine if it was dub, but we're watching the sub. And what's really annoying is like, and it's like, don't you dare give people opinions. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna give my opinion. If people ask me, I'll just say I have watched it. And it's like, why? Why? Why would you want to watch it then? You're the one who asked me, because he didn't. I first thought he wouldn't even be interested in watching it, and now he's like, oh, he was the one who asked me, did you want to watch it? I'm like, okay, cool. I like Farron. I've been missing out on season 2 because of him. I'm behind. Anyway. Anyway, like I said, I'm drawing the characters from Rei and Kilala from Kilala Princess. Yeah. He does have his moments. I'm not gonna lie. And it's just like... And it's not because he doesn't watch things in sub. He watches things in sub with me. Well, I just get miffed sometimes, because it's like, if it's something that he wanted to watch and I wasn't paying attention, he would get mad at me. Let's see. Guy's hair is always hard for me to draw. Could be why 2 of my guys have longer hair. And then the 2 that don't have longer hair, the ones that don't have longer hair in Revolution of Color, they all have not normal hair. I really should probably practice at it, but I don't. Like, take your guy who's got average hair, and it's like, I don't know. Oh, I did get what you sent me, Wads. The thing on Steam. I just can't get it at the moment because I'm in the middle of a stream. But I did get it. I figured I'd reply that way. It's much simpler than replying through Discord. Does this look right? No, it does not. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what's been going on in the sheepest life. Let's see. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you knew. There we go. That looks a little better. I forgot it was all in the same layer as Kilala already. Yeah, I'm just gonna go about this in a new way, because, nah, can't really reference that. Does not look... Okay. I think what's wrong is I need a new sketch, because my sketch isn't accurate. Don't erase the headline. A lot of A/B testing. I should probably... Every time I upload a YouTube video, it always says, do you want to do some A/B testing with your thumbnails? And I'm just like, nah, because I got a system here. And I'm used to it, because it's like, I have a thumbnail theme. I dare not mess with the theme. Just trying different things from what I can tell. I don't know why it's called that, but that's what it means. It basically just means trying different things to see which one's the best. Trial and error, basically. Let's see. Let's see, we're gonna try something different. The guy you are supporting has an overblown ego. I don't know who it is you're referring to. Unless you're a friend of Nora's and you're talking about Nora. Okay, that at least gives me the shape of it. Okay, I'm gonna make that disappear. Gonna turn that right side up, and there we go. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see. Trying to think of what to talk about. Gonna go to oh, I knew I forgot to do something. I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, I think that's one thing that's wrong. I think his ear is way too close. There we go. That's better. Let's see. Trying to think. What to talk about, what to talk about. Let's see, what has been new in the Pickle Alley was me. Let's see, like I said, been rewatching Furren. Been behind on season 2 because been watching it season 1 with Nora. Okay, gonna erase the red part of the sketch and see what that leaves me with. It's just one of those things that's gonna have to do. No. I can do better. Did I mention side profiles? They're also something that's hard for me to do. I haven't been watching much as there isn't anything on my radar. Well, when Freeing comes out in the dub, you can, there's that. From what I have seen. Can you tell me how you learned to draw? Just by looking up a whole lot of YouTube videos. That's all I can say. And I'm not good at teaching other people. Morning! I'm thinking about looking into Iron Lung. My Nora went to go see it. He said he liked it. He was kind of not going to see it for a while because he kind of felt like it was just a vanity project, but no, it was good, he heard. And it's like, I'm actually really happy for him. I actually watched 2 of Markiplier's videos in my entire life. It was when I got the horror game Eve and Mad Father, because those were both free a long time ago, and the original versions still are. And so I was looking up tutorials on how to play it, and the one I found was Markiplier. I didn't finish his game through, though. I just watched some of it because I did not like loud, boisterous, off-the-chart personalities. And that is definitely what type of personality Markiplier was. At least his internet persona. Which makes sense. He wants to get in teenage tween boys, since that's his major audience. It was just like, this isn't for me. I've never liked loud internet personalities. I much prefer people who are much more calmer. Than loud and zany. I think there was this one artist. I'm not sure if they're even relevant anymore. I forget what his name was. And he ended up, he was like way too kid on sugar high. Way too crazy. Way too crazy. For my taste. Like I said, I'm not even saying I'm always a calm and quiet person. I'm not. I can get pretty loud at times, especially if you ask my mom. But I think there's a difference between being loud and being off the chart. Why is this not happening? Don't push pause on my speed paint, didn't figure it out. It did not look that bad when I was drawing it, but then when I got to actually drawing it, it's just like, One second. I'm gonna look through my book. Yeah, that's true too. It definitely is more annoying when you can tell someone's putting on a character. But even then, it's like I have seen ever internet personalities. It's like, okay, I can tell you're putting on like a character, but it's like I don't mind you because it's like you're not at least blowing out my eardrums. I'm gonna look. I push pause on the speed paint part, and I'm gonna look. I'm gonna knock my headphones down. I'm gonna look through my manga for a few minutes to find some good reference, because there's gotta be some good reference. Throughout the entire book, he has to have a side profile, because it just makes sense. But preferably one in the same direction that I am drawing him in. But like I said, that's not like the most necessary thing. That's a little small. It's not in the same direction. That one is, but it's not quite in the right angle. We're just at the beginning, so I think we'll find it. I'm not sure if that's kind of the right angle. It's definitely not bad, and I already have that picture. Let's see. So you can tell that this was made by classic Disney, not modern Disney, because the two main characters are both blondes. I think that pose might be the best one that I'm looking for in the entire one. I'm not seeing anyone that looks like it will substitute. I also gotta check my vacuum cleaner later on, because I think I ended up sucking up my necklace. So I gotta empty it out, because I was looking for a necklace and I couldn't find it, and I was like, where'd it go? And then I realized, oh no, I think I sucked it up. So yep, I'm gonna have to check. It wouldn't be so bad, except for the fact that it's a new dust vacuum cleaner that I got, and I'm not sure how to open it. Well, I know how to open it. There we go. I know how to open it. It's just that I don't know how to. It's just that I don't know how to, I don't know how to get it open, because I'm trying and it's not working. And it's starting to annoy me. Okay. Gonna practice drawing this on the side for a minute. This is not that hard. Why is it hard? There we go. That's all it took. Nope, still doesn't look right. Let's try my first practice attempt. Oops, forgot the eyes were on a different layer. Let's see. No, wait, I forgot to... Let's see. I think that's another thing too, is why it's like the only thing that I, things that I can like talk about, it's like, that I would usually talk about, it's just like, they're not there. Because it's like, not much is going on, literally. Because it's like, I went to go see the movie, yeah, just not gonna work. We're just gonna have to figure it out. Hardcore figuring it out. So I went to go see the movie Scarlet with my brother, and it was like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't the worst movie I saw, but definitely was not Mamoru Hosoda's finest work. Ain't no movie I ever heard of. Oh, Scarlet? It just came out. It's based off of Hamlet. It's a retelling of it, and it's by director Mamoru Hosoda, which me and me and Nora like. We like a lot of Mamoru Hosoda's works. It's just that I think that's the biggest thing too is I think I made his. And we do like Mamoru Hosoda's works, but this one just was definitely a weaker movie. It's an anime movie, if you can tell by the director's Japanese name. And the fact that the anime movies are pretty much the only movies that I see in theaters nowadays. One reason why I think that I'm getting this so off is just because this entire pose is based off of a drawing that I drew 2 years ago, and hooray, hurrah, I guess I've improved. So because of that, I'm noticing, okay, I can't just, like, no, wait, it wasn't 2 years ago, it was just last year, I think. It's like, I can't just, like, trace off of what I did last year because it's not accurate anymore. It's like, this is not how I would go about things at all. Let's see. I guess the only ever movie that I'm looking forward to this year is The Hunger Games. I asked the children I teach in Bible school. Side profiles are always difficult. I know. I hate them. I used to be horrible at them. And I'm even worse at male side profiles. Because it's like, there's the jawline. It's like, even Ray, it's like, it's not like he's the pink of masculinity here at all. But at the same time, it's like, he's still a guy nonetheless. So it's like, yeah, I just gotta draw that on a separate layer, because that is not. Woo! Color explosion. We're gonna make that all black. I asked the kids at the my Bible school that I teach, and if there anything that they're looking forward to see, and the only one who asked was the boy, one of the boys. I don't know why I said the boy, like he's the only one. He's not. And he said Spider-Man, Brand New Day, and the Super Mario Brothers movie, which, considering the fact that he literally probably worships Spider-Man second only to God, that did not surprise me. And I know he likes Super Mario's because it's on his jacket. My brothers are both going to go see the Super Mario movie. I was like, what's that? And I realized he's the boy. It's like it's hearing this weird noise. It's like, what's that? And then I realized, oh, it's my stomach. It must need cheese. But I shall restrain myself from getting cheese. I think this would be easier probably if it wasn't the fact that it's somebody else's character. Any games you are looking forward to? Can't say that I am. I'm not a gaming sheep, so I don't really keep up with the whole gaming world. Obviously, I'm looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 4. Kind of. Ish. I mean, Kingdom Hearts 3 was, like, good, but there was a lot of problems with it and such. And I cannot say that, and I cannot say with uncertainty that Kingdom Hearts 3 will be, 4 will be good. And plus, it's not probably coming out this year. It's probably not coming out until, I don't know. So, it's like, that's the only game I can think of. Out of games that I just want to play in general, I'm kind of wanting to play that new game that everyone keeps talking very highly about it. I think I'm stuck at it, but I want to play it. Claire Expedition Verdi Free, I think it's called. Been hearing very, 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 very good things about it. And it's like, okay, I actually want to try that out. Not a gaming sheep, but I am curious. Okay, that actually doesn't look bad. Look even better once I get hair on it. And then, let's see. I'm trying to think if there are any ever games. Bonjour, Chara. I can't understand French at this hour of the morning. Bonjour is as far as I'll go. There we go. Just gonna... I'm using VLC as my media player right now instead of a media player, which is what I usually use. Just because, yeah, that looks pretty good. Madame le Mouton de Sin Hon Hon Hon. I know what mouton means, so Madame la Sheep. Sorry, I was just imagining what it could say. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to push pause one more time. I will be back in a flash. Okay, I've returned. I have returned. Hopefully I can figure things out now. Nope. I do not remember it being this much of a pain the last year I drew. It's like I just drew him and I don't remember it being this much of a pain. But at the same time, I do look at it and I'm like, okay, I'm not that happy, was it? So it's like, I know there is things to improve. Where's that beta sketch I got? There we go. It's like, I need that to use as reference. Let's see. Trying to figure out. I know that there are things that are on my brain. I just can't think of them. Help me out, guys. Help me figure out my brain. You can hear my tongue slopping up water. My little Valentine's Day chocolates. You're so cute. Sheep has no brain. Aww. Stop talking French. I can't understand. That's not this. I can't put enough. Oh no. This. Oh no. I knew what that meant. I may not understand French, but I knew what that meant. There we go. Let's see. Okay, I think we've done something we can finally be proud of, Mom. I just need to make the. There we go. Is it perfect? No. Is it good? Yes. There we go. That's better. I'm not going to draw this on the same layer as Kilala because I do not. Hello, Lydia! Hello, Noah! Hello! Yay! Yay! More people! More people! I'm so happy! Yay! Hi! Today, I am drawing the characters from my favorite manga of all time, Kilala Princess. It was also my first manga. I'm playing a game in the background, but I'm here. I have you in the background, peeking in here. Thank you. Feel free to lurk all you want. Let's see. Dune and Hunger Games. That's the only thing I'm probably looking forward to this year. Now that I've seen Scarlet. And to be honest, I wasn't even looking that much forward to Scarlet because I already heard that it was pretty. I already heard that it was Scarlet was received very poorly in the to the Japanese audience. They did not like the movie, and after seeing it, I can definitely tell. I definitely think I know why. And it's like, it's one of those things that's really hard to explain. But, it's just one of those things that, you know. Let's see. And even with, Hunger Games, the, new one, Sunrise on Reaping, it's like, I know I am worried about it. Because I can already see some changes in the book, and I just find it so funny that they're like, I really did like Sunrise on Reaping. I didn't think I would. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. I wasn't sure. Because it's like, Hamish is my favorite character in Hunger Games. I legitimately like the drunk. I like him better in the movies than I do the, I like him way better in the movies than I do the book. I've not read, but I've listened to the book. I didn't have time to read any books, so I got the audiobook. And I listened to all the audiobooks, and yeah, I definitely didn't mind Hamish in the book. I just liked him in the movies better. Plus, I really like the actor who plays him. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I like the actor. And, so because of that, I wasn't sure how I would like the, um, book because I didn't like Hamish's character as much in the book. And it's like, okay, this is going to be following the book's canon, Suzanne Collins' version, not the movie's version. So it's kind of like, what am I here to expect? But I surprisingly liked it, and I think it did help flesh out his character a little bit more. There's only one part of it that I really didn't like, because it's like, and this isn't a spoiler because it's a prequel, and so you already know how it's gonna end. Hamish wins the Hunger Games and then becomes a mentor, and I was hoping, so minor spoiler, but I was hoping it would have showed you more of the people that he mentored and kind of got into it. I'm gonna have to watch that later. But it didn't get into it as much as I hoped. It kind of just glossed past it, and that would have been fine if it wasn't for the fact that it kind of spent a long time on a never part that I felt could have been way faster. So that was probably my biggest problem with it. And maybe the movie might do it differently. Who knows? I didn't realize that there was a Hunger Games until I saw new Hunger Games until I saw the trailer. I hope it's good. Well, like I said, to me, I found the book good. I found it better than A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I don't think that one was bad. Um, but But I can't. I just can't with the movie A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes because I do not like the actors who play in it. The only one who was good was the actor who played Coriolanus Snow. He did a real good job. I think he looks a lot like a younger Donald Sutherland. For the most part, I think he did. I think he did pretty good. But that said, in the case of the rest of the cast, so I actually don't mind Rachel Zegler singing. I actually have the songs that she sang in the movie because I do like them. They're really good. With that said, you can pay me to buy a movie. I went to go see it in theaters twice, but that's as far as it went. Because it's like I'm not gonna own a movie with her in it. You could pay me to own it, and I can't. Because it's like her singing. Okay, that's good because it's like I can admit she sings. So there's something for me to like there. With her acting, there's just nothing. She can't act. At least in the movies. I don't know how she acts in plays. I think she was originally a theater kid, so I would assume and hope that the theater has enough merit to if they're hiring her. They hired her because she's good. But not because she just has good opinions, according to most people in media. But as an actor in film, she can't act. I watched Snow White. I reviewed it too, and I need to edit that review. I got 2 free reviews that are on the back burner, so I need to get them done with. I'm playing a game, but I have you. Oh, yeah, I read that. Yeah, I'm all caught up. And also that, I think Peter Dinklage, I mean, he is a good actor, but he was horrible in Hunger Games. And so was, I think, oh, what's her name? I don't know, the actress who played the mad scientist lady. I think she was phoning it in. I forget her name, though. Again, she's a good actress, but I don't think she was good in the movie. And, I hated the actor who played, Snow's friend. Sir Janus. He was that Ulu soft boy kind of look, and it's like, and I don't, so it's like, that's not the way that I picture him. And then, okay. And then on top of that, it's like, he didn't give a good enough performance. And, the only last person left out of main characters is Snow's cousin, Tigress, and, yeah, I will just leave it at I did not like, was not right for the role. I do not think, um, I just never lie. I guess they're still going to through with the Tangled live action. Yeah, I know. I thought I stopped it. I thought they stopped it with Snow White, but no, they just had to get their act together. I hate it. See, that's another thing too. Is like as soon as I saw Rachel Zegler in Hunger, so I never saw her in anything before. I heard that she was in uh West Side Story with like Steven Spielberg, but that was as far as it went. I didn't actually see her performance, and I didn't hear anything about her annoying personality. I think the funniest thing is when people just were like, "Oh, what's the big deal if she says things that are not good? It's not a big deal. She's just a kid." No, she's not a kid. She's an adult. I wouldn't say these things if I was in her position. And it's like, oh, you can say, "Oh, well, she's a kid." It's like, what's the big deal if an actor has a different opinion than you? Well, it's like nothing, but you shouldn't be discouraging people from going to see a movie because you're not the only one in it. There are other people who are working on this movie, and I feel sorry for all the janitors and the people who had to, move the stage equipment and stuff like that. I don't feel sorry for any of the writers or actors who were involved because none of them brought a good performance, and the ones who did speak were annoying. But I just hate all live action remakes on principle. When I do the speed paint, I'm going to talk about how much I hate them all on principle. It's like I know some people are like, well, I like Cinderella. I think it's good. If you think it's good, fine. That's fine with you. But I hate it. I think Christmas music's playing. Oh well. I'm one who always says Christmas music isn't just for Christmas. Well, at least music that's talking about the Lord God. And so, that music isn't just Christmas music. I can't see his hood. That was another annoyingest thing, but it was to be expected when I was watching Hunger Games, Ballad and Songbird and Snakes, is just how much stuff got cut from it, which is to be expected. It was a very thick book. Um, so obviously things had to be cut or trimmed down. But at the same time, it was like, I don't know, I felt like there were some things that you cut that you should have just not cut. I also think Snow's now that, especially now that I've seen Hunger Games. I mean, I've listened to the Hunger Games books. I'm like definitely Katniss in her monologues a lot too, but I don't think hers still worked as in a movie. Whereas Snow, I think, was definitely harder. Okay, it's not looking bad. Okay, this is why I should have drawn the hood second. Oh yeah, that's what I've been rewatching. So I've been rewatching, well, not rewatching anymore because I'm on the new. I've been watching Dr. Stone. I've really been enjoying it. It's been really fun. Actually, because I'm very intrigued with the mystery. Because I know it's obviously the entire petrification beam is going to be done with some fictional science fiction, so it's practically like, they say it's science, but it might as well be magic. But I know that they're still going to try to do their best to explain it. It's not just going to be magic. And I'm legitimately, interested. And now there's been new things revealed. So I just originally watched, season 1 through 2, I want to say. I didn't watch seasons, 3, even though it was airing. So I was like, this is a whole new show for me. And I the only reason why I resumed watching it is because it's going to end this year. So I'm actually really looking forward to the finale. I want to see how the story unveils. So I'm really enjoying it, actually. Which is funny because if I was watching when I was younger, I could already tell you I would not like it. It's like, I would be all like, why is there no girls in the fields of science? Why are there no girls in STEM? And it's like, yeah, it is true. There is no girls. I mean, Kohaku definitely does stuff. She's very strong and stuff, so I would have liked in the fact that she's strong, but at the same time, I would say, well, this is a show where fighting isn't important as much. It's like sciences, so why isn't there any girls allowed to be smart? I would have complained so much to the high ends of the earth. Now I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care. It's a show for teenage boys, so of course it's gonna have the guys doing the cool things and the girls doing cool things, but different things than the guys. So it's like, yeah. And, I do think it's also interesting too, because it's like, so I'm used to, like, in My Hero Academia, there was definitely villains for a season and such, but for the most part, though, there was still just one big villain, and that was, the League of Villains was all for one Shigi being at top, and, so because of that, it's interesting seeing a show where, okay, you have one set of villains for one season, and then another set of villains for another season, and such. And so, yeah. Definitely interesting. It's a good series. I love seeing them make basic things like lights. Yeah, I agree. Remember, I avoided it for a long time because he's like, he still hasn't watched it. But he's like saying, oh, Senko, he's a little too OP. It's like, and it's just like, you know, he can do, and it, like, I wouldn't really say that. I mean, he definitely has a brain that can remember, like, anything and stuff, but, like, for the most part, the things that he does are pretty simple, actually, when you break it down. Like, some of the things I even know. I mean, the biggest thing that he does is he remembers to count the seconds the entire time he was frozen, petrified. But it's just like, it's just one of those things. It's like, it's anime. You just kind of gotta accept it. I think that's the one thing I'm looking forward to with Dr. Stone, is the fact that I haven't really heard anything about it, but that also means that I haven't heard anything, like, negative about it either. And the few people that have talked about it have, like, said good things about it. So it's like, okay. I am interested. I am very interested. I want to see where show goes. And I did learn a few things from it. Like, I actually did not know. Call me silly. But I did not know you could guess with 90% accuracy the sex of someone by their fingerprints. And I first thought, okay, that's weird. I didn't think you could do that. So I was looking into it, and yeah, you can. And it makes sense when you think about it, because men typically have way way wider thicker hands than women do, and such. So you could guess the roughly around the height and the build of someone just by how their fingers were. I mean, it wouldn't be accurate 100%, but it gives you a good estimate. Well, that just does not look right at all. I don't even need to fold it up to see if it's good. Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I think it's the same thing that I felt when I was watching Attack on Titan, and I know Attack on Titan's ending is kind of controversial. Like, there are some people who absolutely hate Attack on Titan's ending, which, okay, I can understand. But I like it. I think it was good. I think the TV show did the ending a little better than the anime. Well, that makes no sense. No, that doesn't make sense either. The anime, thank you, did better at the ending than the manga. But that said, I do think manga was good. I enjoyed it. And I think the biggest thing about Attack on Titans was just nice being a part of something for all that time. To go from hating a show to actually end up liking it just because of good writing. And to see it unfold and finally end. And, like, that's the biggest thing I don't like about shows, is that shows that do not have any end goal in mind just go on forever. I mean, One Piece, not Punch, One Punch, I said it again. One Piece would be, like, the exception, because it's kind of like, okay, it's one of those things that you just go in through, but at the same time, it's like, there's some things it's like, has it ended yet? No, it hasn't. Okay, I'm just not gonna bother. And it's like, that's why I don't like getting into series. And I guess that's one reason why I did get into Frieren and Demon Slayer, is that with Demon Slayer, it's like, okay, well, for one thing, it was 2019, so I was a little bit more lenient with my time back then. Plus, the animation looked awesome! But, it was like, gonna stretch for a moment. One Punch, one. Oh yeah, Demon Slayer. I was talking about Demon Slayer. I knew that it was ending pretty soon, because by then, some characters who died towards the end were already dead by the time I got into it, which was right after episode 19 aired. Right after episode 19 aired, I saw it, and oh, I gotta see. And so, I was like, okay, this is gonna end pretty soon, so it's like, okay, I watched it, and even though the anime hasn't ended yet, the manga has, so it's like, okay, I can watch it at its end. And then in the case of Frieren, it's like, okay, this is a story that I feel like can kind of go on forever, but at least they have an end goal, and it's like, it is one of those stories that you just more watch for the journey and such, not really the, there's not, it's not like there's a big overarching, at least as of right now. There isn't like, see, that's the thing I hate. And it's like Young Justice season 2 did, Young Justice did this. It's like, oh, there's some big goal, and it's like, oh, constantly this or that. And it just keeps you like waiting and waiting and waiting forever and ever. And this is why I stopped watching when reading You know the Dawn. I'm 10 volumes behind, and I have not finished the series. I need to reread it just so I can figure out what's going on, because I didn't even read the last 5 volumes that I own. No, free. Yeah, it was free. But I don't remember even what happened in those volumes. So to even figure out what's going on, I gotta figure it out. The only thing I'm trying to date though is like, should I start? Because right now I'm starting from the beginning, but then I'm like, I have seen this part of You Know the Dawn a lot because this is the part that the anime did adapt. Which, yeah, pretty soon we'll be seeing news. Hearing news about possible You Know the Dawn season 2. So, yay! I am excited! In the words of Senka, get excited. Yeah, I understand. Some series are really long and have a goal that takes so long. It's not even the fact that they have a goal that takes a long time to get to. It's like they're kind of stringing you along and just like, get to it already. It's like, you haven't even, it's like, you keep dragging it out, and it's like, I didn't feel like it needed to be this long. And to be honest, that is the one reason why I didn't get into Apothecary Diaries for a long time, because I do feel like it's going to be the same thing with Yona that I had with Yona. But right now, I'm enjoying it, so might as well. Let's see. From this angle, it doesn't seem like you would. It doesn't seem like you would see his belt buckle, because it's pretty on. Wads is back from the dead! He lives! I'll be right back one more time. Just gonna get myself some water. My cup's empty. we go. I have returned. I have water now. I had cheese in my mouth. It's already in my stomach now. Let's see. A game story I've been following for over a year is getting close to finish. It's a story might be a few years though. What game? Limbus Comp. I think I heard that. I heard that name before. Yeah, but this is why. It's like one reason why I can't get into like. Like, that's the one thing. It's like if my art stayed like kind of consistent with modern trends and I drew things that were relevant, I'd probably be able to. Why does his pants look pink? They're not pink, they're red. That's something I just now noticed. I gotta check. Is that just the way? Yeah, that's just the way it looks on here. That's not the color. That is not accurate at all. I'm looking at the reference image, which one of them is the new covers for the special editions, and it's like, he has pink pants! It's like, they're not pink, they're red. Excuse me, I didn't mean to burp. I've been wanting to get into it for. Is it too late to get into? I don't know. I think it's already caught around this right here. Sounds fun. But yeah, like I said, it's definitely. It would be easier if I just kind of stayed up on trends. But it's like, I don't want to draw something. Because I was like, what if I draw something and it's like from an anime that I like at first, but then later on I hate it. In fact, I have done that with like, and it's not animes that I did, but it's animes that I just didn't like as I got older. One of them being, I don't hate it, but I don't like Madoka Magica as much. So it's just kind of like whatever. And then the same thing was I think I drew some Sailor Moon fan art too. Yeah, but when it comes to movies, I don't want to rush time, but I am definitely more looking forward to movies that are coming out next year. One thing that I find funny is that next year Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse will be coming out. And also what's it called? I forget. There's one other big movie that's coming out that year. It's a children's movie. Or family movie, to be precise. And then of course, Kimetsu no Yaiba is coming out. And I'm very, very interested to see how Kimetsu no Yaiba compares to Spider-Man. Because Kimetsu no Yaiba did better than both Fantastic Four and Superman, but so with Fantastic Four, Marvel's kind of a dead brand. With Superman, it kind of got up some momentum because people were very intrigued because no one had really seen James Gunn's superheroes, so they were kind of expecting, okay, where's it gonna go? But it ended up underperforming. And I have to admit, like I said, I didn't really I didn't hate it after I got it feeders, but there were a lot of things I didn't like about it, and then the more I started thinking about it, the more I was like, this is not really my ideal Superman. So it was just kind of like, yeah. But nonetheless, Kimetsu no Yaiba kicked both their asses at the feeder, which is kind of funny because I joked about it being a possibility. I didn't actually think it'd be a reality. That's twice I just said a joke about Kimetsu no Yaiba and it came into reality. The first joke was, how much do you want to bet that Kimetsu no Yaiba Hashira arc will finish before, no, I think it was the entertainment arc, will finish before, Nier does, because it got so many delays. And it actually did happen. And then the second time I joked about it was, how much do you want to bet that it will outperform, both Superman and Fantastic Four? And I didn't think it would, but it did. And it's just like, ah! So anyway, I am very interested to see, though, how it will perform against Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, a movie that people are looking forward to. A movie that is also animated, and a movie that definitely still has momentum. It's probably did die a little bit with that. All I do know is that when it does come out, I might see it in theaters, emphasis on might, but I'm not going to see it on the first week, because it was the most annoyingest movie experience that I've ever had. I hated it. Hey Marissa, won't be able to stay long, but I hope you're having a good one. Thank you so much for showing up, Raz. Not really necessary to finish either to understand the story. There's a lot. Okay, we're still talking about the game. I'm sorry I would engage in the conversation, but I just don't know the game. I'm wondering if the second animation will make a comeback after 2D animation will make a comeback after it was successful. It was beautiful in theaters. I agree. I absolutely believe. And it also shows you that you don't need to do something entirely in 2D. I mean, Kimetsu no Yaiba had a lot of 3D backgrounds and such, even 3D models and stuff, but nonetheless, it was made to look 3D. And it was made to look 2D, and it was done so good. But I do admit it was absolutely stunning. How do you think the next Spider-Verse movie will go? Ooh, it's a hard one. So Spider-Verse is kind of, the Spider-Verse series is kind of like, especially the second one. The first one I think was good for the most part. But I don't know, actually kind of both of them. I liked them a lot when they first came out, but there was like issues that I had with it. And then the more I start thinking about it, the more I'm like, I just don't think the art style in animation is brilliant. Definitely something nice. And at the time, it was something new, although now I feel like everything's trying to copy it. So it's like, it definitely does have talent behind it, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, I just don't think I just don't think that there's a lot of things I don't like about it now. But as for how I think it will go, well, obvious, I do think that they're going to save his dad. I think it would be really weird. See, that's my biggest problem with number 2. It's just like, all these other Spider-Mans, not just one, but all these different Spider-Mans, including Spider-Mans that I like Spectacular Spider-Man, they just sit on their butts and accept fate, and I'm like, I don't like that. And okay, I can understand about 1, 2, maybe even 50, but all just like, no. Just no. My Spider-Man. And then they put Spectacular Spider-Man on there, and it was like, first really excited to see him. I was like, yay! But then the more I thought about it, but like, even by I don't mean like 5 weeks thought about it afterwards. I mean, I got out of the theater and I thought about it, and like, I just don't like that. Like, he's doing nothing. My Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, wouldn't do nothing. He wouldn't just blindly accept fate. He'd fight it. And yeah, we are having people, quote-unquote, fight fate, their own little rebellion group and whatnot, but it's like, it's just like, just no. Nope. And like I said, I'm not saying that there isn't a lot of work or beauty or whatnot in the movies. I just also think that they kind of get a lot of praise just because people are so desperate to want Miles to be Spider-Man, and they want him to be the best and whatever. And it's just like, yeah, I don't know what the next movie will go. A lot of people are expecting it to fail in some way. I don't think it will. Now, will I like it? Will it fail to me? Probably, yeah, because like I said, the more I think about the first one and the second one, it's like, especially with the second one, it's like, okay, I actually don't really like these that much in their story. Artistically, I can admit that they're very creative and very well thought of, and I do like them. But as story-wise, it's like, okay, there's a lot of problems I have with this. So for me personally, I don't think that I will like it, but I think for a general audience speaking, like maybe if you're a comic book fan, people will not like it, but I think if you're just a general audience, like I'm not talking about the people who like review stuff all the time, like Critical Drinker, Neurotic, or something like that, but I feel like if you're more just the normally friendly audience, which nothing wrong with that if you are, in fact that's good, I think that there will be a lot of people who will still like it, and there will just be some people who will absolutely praise it, and even if it is good, they'll say it can absolutely do no wrong. Because see, that's the thing. It's like reviewers that are like that, who are more like critical of things that are quote unquote woke or stuff like that. Like, they're not critical drinker. They thought the movie had problems, but they actually did like the first two. And it's like, it's more of me who just kind of had the problems. It's the same thing with Spider-Man No Way Home. A lot of people liked it, and I do like it. I like a lot of certain parts about it, but it's like, there are some things that I just don't like, and I think were done really poorly in it. And it's things that nobody else kind of brings up. Like, I don't like how Electro's character, I mean, like, yeah, they're not really the same people anyway from the original movies. They just are like a different version of them, so they're not the originals. And whatnot. So there's that already, but at the same time, I forgot I actually already drew his face. And it is not in the right position at all. And, so I get the fact that, okay, they're different characters, not the same characters, but it was Dr. Octopus and Green Goblin, and even the Lizard somewhat, they were very much the same, even though they kind of functioned differently. They were still kind of the same people that I saw in the original movies, but it was Electro. He was nothing like it, and the thing is that I actually liked Spider-Man 2. It's got a lot. I like The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's got a buttload of problems that I can name to the ends of the earth, but I like them. I like The Amazing Spider-Man, and I like The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But the problem is that, that's kind of the problem, though, is I do like Electro, and they kind of ruined him. But yeah, I think for the general audience, I think they'll like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I'd be very surprised if they didn't. But you never know. That said, I will be interested in how it goes. And then on the other hand, you then have in 2029, which is supposedly when the last Demon Slayer movie will take place, which obviously makes sense because that will be its 10th anniversary to the anime. Which I can't even believe I'm saying that. 10 years since. Well, we're not there yet. Still got 3 years to go. But, still, it's like when 2029 comes around, that's when, and this is all big, you know, what if, because the end of the world could happen for all we know. But that's when, K-pop Demon Hunter is supposed to come out, but I don't think Kimetsu no Yaiba will have to compete in the same way because it's most likely going to come out on Netflix because Sony made an uber mistake when they sold the rights to Netflix and they didn't release it in theaters.
Is this ours or Mom's?
Yes.
Okay.
Papa Sheep asking about butter. There we go. There we go. It looks nice. It actually looks tolerable. Let's see. I think I'm going to go for... I want to say I'm going to try to go for an hour more. I'm not sure if it will be an actual hour. Let me take a sip of water. I don't know. Let me clean up the lineup. See where I go from there. Because I do have some things I want to do. But at the same time, I am enjoying streaming. Let's see. But yeah, Sony like messed up big when they sold the rights because I believe if K-pop Demon Hunter did come out in theaters, I think it could have been like one of the biggest movies of 2020. And it did release in theaters for a bit. It's just that it didn't release like long. It was just like 3 days, I think, for the first release, and then 3 more days around Halloween. And because of that, I didn't even have a Netflix at the time. I didn't get to see it when it first came out. And I wasn't even gonna see it, but then I was sorry. But then I started hearing really good things about it, and so I wanted to give it a watch. And lo and behold, I did enjoy it. It's not for everybody. But that said, I think that doesn't need to be. It knows what it wants to be, and it does good. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Jesus' blood can make the vilest sinner clean. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Jesus' blood can make the vilest sinner clean. I don't know why I started singing that. It's just the song that's kind of playing in the background kind of reminds me of the cover that I have of that. Let's see. Almost done with Ray. And then... So when I first saw this, I had never heard the name Ray before. Because I hadn't watched Sailor Moon yet. And even then, even when I did get around to Sailor Moon, they spelled Ray's name different, I think, to the English audience. So I pronounced his name Rye, like rye bread. There we go. That looks better. Now we're gonna thicken up some of those sidelines. Gonna try to have it match with, I'm going for a very specific style, was this drawing. Oh, thank you, Leah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I said, I originally wanted this drawing to be the one that I did for Valentine's Day, but there's just no way I was going to finish it. And I didn't want to rush. I mean, I could have finished it if I didn't do it, if I started way earlier on it and I didn't do it on live stream, but I didn't. So I much rather have this. In fact, I have a drawing that's coming out and I need to edit it. So yeah, that's actually probably why I won't be able to do this long, because I haven't edited the drawing. It's really short and simple for what I'm actually going to do on Valentine's Day. So I don't have, it won't take more than a second, and I think I might even save some time and not put my sprites in it for once, just because I want, now that I have my cycle though, I might actually do it. I'm not sure. Here, let me ask the opinions of people. We're gonna put the music on pause for a minute. And then take OBS, and then clipstudiopaint. So I am curious, since everyone is here, what did they think of this, like, rotating cycle that I got, where I just cycle through my sprites to make the mouth go up and down like this, and my eyes just move and blink a little bit? I did this instead because I thought it would be, it is way faster and way easier to do this. And so because all I had to do is just put the video clip in there. That video on the side, that's a good video. But anyway, the only problem is it does look a little weird. But it's a lot easier to this, where I mean, yeah, I'm just having the face solid for the most part, but I gotta, like, line them up and stuff, and I always have to edit them and such, and I also have to make them. I also have to change the expression, like, if I do it, and it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work because I don't think people even notice them. It's fine because I mostly listen than watch. It's artwork. You're supposed to watch it. Whatever. No, it's fine. I'm joking. You can watch however you want, but oh yeah, turn back on the music. I am not someone like there's this one artist that I watched. It's like she was saying how she doesn't listen to art when music when she draws. She doesn't listen to anything, and I'm just like, oh. And she even said it was like weird, just like kind of a sociopath. I'm like, I need music when I draw. I need them inspirations. It draws my eyes to it a little, but it's easier. But if it's easier, I'd say stick with it. I might ask Nora how I can polish it up to make it less creepy. But like I said, I can't lie, it's a lot easier. Because I'm always trying to up my video quality to make them nicer and nicer, but at the same time, it is pretty... I don't want to make it harder, either. Thick, bold, juicy lines on the outside with thinner, more elegant, dainty lines on the inside. Oh, yeah, that's looking a little weird. I gotta go and start cooking a bit. Nice chatting. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's better than the time you put your chibi in and had to bounce up and down. I do that with my YouTube's I still do that. I do that for my clipstudiopaint speed paint. So those are big time speed paints that I do with OBS. But sometimes I'll just do a speed paint with the clipstudiopaint time lapse feature. But to make it more fancier, I put the chibi in. You don't like that? You don't like the chibi? You don't like the bouncing sheep? Well, I'm sorry, but the bouncing sheep is not going anywhere. When it's bouncing, it's distracting. I suppose. Oh! Maybe I'll make it bounce a little less. Maybe that will make it more tolerable. That's a little too thick. Gonna make these inside lines more thinner, because like I said, these lines, I definitely don't want these lines to be thick. I added this frill to this kind of lacy frill It's not there in the actual thing, but I added some extra details for all the Disney princesses that you'll see in the background, so I figured why not them? Now, I thought I was gonna go for an extra hour. I'm not sure if it'll be quite that long, but I'm gonna at least do the base coloring because why not? Nuts, I made his face on the wrong layer. I gotta go steal his face. It is always good to have your face on a separate layer. Because now, because it is on a separate layer, it makes it a lot easier to color. Pictures. Banner. Colors. Oopsie daisy, this is what happens when you don't draw the line. This is what happens when you don't toe the line. There we go. That's better. George, stop, it was the French! I don't use this bucket tool that often, but boy, does it come in handy. The biggest problem is that I still haven't got it where it's that smooth, but I think I can work it out. I wish I did know French. Well, obviously, if I... Good morning, Rye Kitty! Hello, hello, hello! I am working on this speed paint of my favorite characters from my favorite manga series, Kilala Princess. I almost said Revolution Full Color. Like, nope, they're not from Revolution Full Color. If I could know any language, though, it would probably be Japanese, just so that way I didn't have to be relying on translators. But even before I, was really into manga and anime, I did want to learn Japanese because I liked Japan. I'll always remember that when Mom asked me what's my favorite country, and I said Japan. And this was years before. I didn't even know what manga and anime was. And then when I did hear about what manga and anime is, I didn't even like it at first because I thought the art style was kind of weird. Oh boy, how I've changed. Have you seen the ads for a webtoon called School Bus Graveyard? It keeps showing up. It's... Whoopsie daisy, we pushed pause and we forgot to push play. Have you seen an ad for webtoons called School Bus Graveyard? It keeps showing up for and Weird Parts. It released a few years ago and it's getting trailers again. Nope. I mean, I have seen the ads, but I'm pretty sure. But, I have not seen it. Yep, see, that's an example right there. You saw it in live time. I went back to drawing and I forgot to push resume on OBS's recording. So now it's just gonna be like, behind. And you'll never know what happened. But at least this time you do know, because it's like, at least I can defer to a live stream. Our hair. I would like to know a bit of Spanish. I would like to know Spanish. I know a bit, but I can consider myself fluent. Yeah, I know a bit of Spanish too. Spanish would probably be the second language I wish I knew. I gotta turn this into any color but white. There we go. Kind of hard to see the pale blondes. Whee! 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 I got a video coming out later today. It is going to be my Valentine's Day video, because this one is definitely not going to be it, because I would never finish it in time. And, outside of that, once I'm done with this drawing, and then, like I said, my Valentine's Day drawing is right around the corner. And then after this, after that, I'm going to upload this, and then I think I want to I'll take a break from drawing princesses. I'll either draw Cardia Beckford from my favorite Automa game, Code Realize, or I'll draw I'll draw Akiza from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, because I've been wanting to draw her for a while. I don't think I've ever drawn her once in my entire life. I've drawn Taya, traditionally, not on YouTube, and not digitally. Yeah, no, I haven't drawn Taya. The only ones I drew of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series were Yugi and Seto, and those were both traditionally, not digitally. Taya, not drawn at all. I think I drew Alexis traditionally as well, but I'm not 100% sure. And I've drawn Katori twice digitally, but I've never drawn Akiza, and I really do like her design. It is sad to think about that Akiza is kind of the closest thing I got to everything that I want in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Girl character, but I didn't appreciate her that much because of how she ended up getting mistreated in Season 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Even in the end of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1 of 5Ds, because it's like, at first I was like, okay, I just kind of accepted it. Okay, this is a boys' TV show, so she's not going to be the one who's in the final battle. But then when I found out she was supposed to be there, but then they changed it to Crow, because by Blackbirds, I got mad. And that's why I started hating 5Ds. Oops, we're at the end of that speed paint, so, I meant that, playlist, so. There we go. Restart the music. I think I might put a check school at the graveyard. 2 point seems interesting. Let me know what you think of it. I've never watched I've never read any webtoons, to be honest. Most of them just do not appeal to me. But I'm sure there are some really good ones. It's just that the ones that I've seen advertised me, it's just like, nah. Because some of them can get pretty weird or raunchy, or they just seem so generic. Like, this one was advertising itself as something whole new, never been done before, and I'm like, this is just My Hero Academia. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love to support indie creators because I want people to support me. So it's like, you know, read indie stuff, but at the same time, it's like, none of the stuff that I've seen just kind of appeals to me. Ah! Go away, news. It's like, I can't make it appeal to me. Yeah, I was gonna fill this in, but I'm just gonna do it this way. Because this is a lot faster. And yes, if you're wondering why I'm talking so is because I got the pen in my mouth. It's fine, I can mistreat this Wacom pen a little bit more bad compared to my other one, because I bought a new one. So this is my only one. My dog snorts like a pig. It's quite funny. I would usually put these into 2 different folders, the skins and for both their colors, but the only problem is I know I'm gonna get a lot of colors with this drawing. I might even have to compress a lot of these into just one singular layer because it's gonna get a lot. Okay, we can make the eyes appear now. Ah, thank goodness. It was getting a little weird. Can make that disappear. Let's see. Anyway, there we go. There's the vest. I always liked Kilala's outfit. I think the only thing I didn't like about her uniform was the puff sleeves. I found them a little weird. But this was also back when I didn't like, puff sleeves. Because I used to not like puff sleeves. I used to not like, those, kind of head coverings. And I think I said this in my Snow White drawing. I used to not like those, those back furly collars. Let's see. Merisu, I was trying to be productive and the universe gave me the middle finger. My mic isn't picking up my audio when it's plugged in, so I ordered a new bunch of adapters on Amazon to see if they work. Oh, so does that mean you won't be able to stream today? Because I saw that you were going to stream. I wasn't sure if I'd be home for it because I already had some plans later. I was going to take myself out on a date. Because that's the way it goes for me on Valentine's Day. But I was going to try to see if I could catch it. But does this mean you won't be able to now because of your mic? That sucks. Luckily my mic still works. And I think it's pretty good for what I do. But I've noticed sometimes your mic does have some issues, so yeah. Not that my audio is perfect. No, I'll stream. It's only picking up my audio when it's plugged into my phone and not my computer. Weird. Well, I hope that I'll be able to catch it. Will you be pretty much finishing up your Doll XXZ reference sheet for Victoria's outfits? Because it looks like you're pretty much at the end of it. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to say is that I think clipstudiopaint might be going on sale pretty soon. It usually goes on sale around March. So if you ever want to check it out and get it, be a good time. I think it's usually in March or April. I hope so. I need to do a little rendering on outfit 3 and 4. Probably will be finished. Probably will finish in the stream. Cool. Let's see. What else have I been up to that I could talk about? Said for the gazillionth time, the only movies I'm pretty much looking forward to are both Dune and Hunger Games, and both those don't come out until the end of the year. I mentioned how I'm looking forward to Kimetsu no Yaiba when that comes out next year, hopefully. I imagine it will. And I talked about how I've been watching Dr. Stone. Been really enjoying that. I'm on season 3, New World. I think that's pretty much all that's going on with me. Oh yeah, Sunrise and Reaping is coming out that year. It'll be cool. Yep. Can't wait. I do like the book. And I was saying this earlier, so forgive me for its repeat. But I really did like Sunrise on Reaping. The book. I thought it was really good. And I thought it was better than Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I don't think Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes was bad. I just like Sunrise and Reaping more, book-wise. And as for the movie of Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I wanted to like it, and there are parts I do like about it. I just don't like the actors who play in it. Don't think Peter Dinklage was awful. I think the actress who was playing Dr. What's-her-name was awful. And those two actors are good. It's just that they were not good in that. Rachel Zegler, she sings really good, and I actually own her songs, but I do not think she acts very good at all. I like the actor who plays Snow, but I do not like the actor who played his cousin Tigris, and the actor who played Sir Janus. It's like, nah, I just not like any of the actors who played in it. And as for the original Hunger Games books, there's some things I like more about the original books, and then there's some things that I like more about the movies. But overall, I do think that... And one thing I do like in the movies better than the books is Hamish, and I like his character. And so because of that, I wasn't sure when I read Sunrise and Reaping, because it's like, okay, I like the movie version of him, but the book version was just kind of okay. So it was like, I wasn't sure how I would respond to this, but I did really like Sunrise and Reaping, and I think I might reread it. Well, re-listen to it. I got the audiobook because, like I said earlier, sheep ain't got no time for reading. And if I do read, I'm gonna read something. It's killing me. I gotta look up the actor's name. Yeah, Peter Dinklage seemed checked out. Yeah. Let's see. Hunger Games. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Cast. Viola Davis. I knew it was... Wait, Donald Sutherland did play in it? I don't remember him being in it. I have to rewatch it. Oh, it's free right now at Van Gogh. I'll have to check that out later. Because like I said, I don't feel like owning it. But I will totally I will totally, I'll watch it again. I just don't feel like owning it because, like I said, there's so many actors in it I don't like. Yeah, but Viola Davis, again, she's a good actress when she's, not playing in stupid vanity projects like GQ. I mean G20. But I think she can be good. But same thing with Peter Dinklage. I know he can be good. But they just weren't good in that. Talk about not bringing their idiot game. And then some of the actors, I do think they were bringing their A game. It's just that they never. It's just that their A game is like bad. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot that. Yeah. He did such... Donald Sutherland was so perfectly cast as Snow. I was reading up, like, that article that went kind of... That came out. It was, Joss Hutcherson, and he was talking about his experience about Hunger Games. And it's like, yeah, it's kind of sad, you know. One minute you're in one of the biggest budget talked about movies of all time, and next thing you know it, you're just kind of like a has-been. And now you're playing in Five Nights at Freddy 2, which got panned by critics. I don't know why. I don't think it was that bad. I mean, I don't like horror, so there's times where my brother was laughing at me because I got scared. And he's like, it's not scary. Shut up. Shut up, Nora. But, to me, it was scary. But I don't think it's that bad. And even a few reviewers who, like, I trust their opinion, like Jeremy Johns, I like his reviews because I think he's a really good reviewer. I just, like, even he didn't like it, so I was like, I don't think it's that bad, personally. Well, the fans liked it, so I guess that was the most important thing. My brain can't have the live action horror most of the time. I understand. I'm actually gonna put this on a different, because I'm not sure if I might. What? I meant to say white. Yeah, shut up. I'm gonna put this on a different layer because I'm not sure what color. I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna have it be white. I dislike horror for a different reason. What is the reason, pray tell? Is it not scary enough for you? I bet it's that. At least Josh found his calling and didn't have all the screws removed. Like Jennifer Lawrence. True. It's like when Jennifer Lawrence was like saying, "Oh, we didn't have an action female star until Hunger Games," and so like now everyone's joking, and it's just like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Your stupid words are going to ruin the reputation of that movie. It's like I don't. It's like yeah. It's like because like some people are just joking, but some people are like, "Oh, Hunger Games wasn't even that good." It's like, shut up, Rachel Sack. Not Rachel Sackler. Yeah, might as well have been. Shut up, Jennifer Lawrence. Shut up, shut up, shut up. But whatever. Why is it that people give Hollywood actors a mic outside of their talk acting? They shouldn't have mics. They shouldn't be allowed to speak. It's like, what makes you think I want to hear your opinion? You're not Katniss. You just played Katniss. I'm always sat in the back thinking, why aren't they fighting back? But then, oh yeah. I agree with you on that. I can understand. Nora was telling me about this one horror movie, and it's like, takes place in, I think he said, central Missouri. And only one person had a gun. It's like, why? It's not St. Louis. It's not Chicago. Well, actually, maybe if it's Chicago, they would have done it. But it's like, no one knows how middle America actually is, and they don't understand. It's like, well, we can't have them have a gun, because then it won't be it's like, and like this one horror movie, Happy Death Day, I think it's called. It's like, the character, like, keeps dying Groundhog Day style, and then she never, ever buys a gun. It's like, by the time you get, like, to the 1600th time you died, you'd think you'd be able to pick up on it. But no. More things have been coming out about Narnia. And I'm just like, I'm not happy about it. They're like, well, the stories are already really known, so we don't need to tell the original one. It's like, what do you mean? Hardly anybody who isn't, like, a lit buff does not know Narnia because it's not read in schools. At least I'm 99% positive. I highly doubt someone like C.S. Lewis, who's considered to be very prolifically Christian, the books are read in schools, so no one really reads them. And as for the movies, it's like no one even, younger audiences hardly even remember the original movies. I'm not sure if they don't know them, and there probably is people who know them, but there are a lot of people who I know who don't know them, and it's definitely okay, even if they did. Like, let's say, okay, the original movies were well known among younger audience, which I'm not sure of. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. But even if they were, it's just the first movie that's really known. And the second one, no one really knows about the third one because it wasn't as good. And people definitely don't know about the later ones. And the one that you're adapting right now is not The Lion, the Witch, and Wardrobe, which technically should be first because that's the first book. I know C.S. Lewis wrote that letter of, oh, it should technically be read in this direction, but that's not exactly what he meant. He meant that it would be fun to read them in chronological order. That doesn't mean they should be read in chronological order. The preferred reading is the order of release date. But point being is, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is not the one that they're doing. It is one that has never been put to Hollywood before, or Netflix. So it's like, no one's ever seen it. So it's like, and even if it was, don't you think the reason why you should do Narnia is because we want to see Narnia? Not the stupid whatever. It's like, this has been a thing even before all the whole entire quote-unquote woke stuff. It's like, was, like, I remember this one episode of Jessica Fletcher Murder, She Wrote, and they were adapting one of her books into a movie, and they were just adapting it horribly. And she's like, "Well, what's the point of you? What is the point of you getting my book if you're not going to do it properly?" And it's just like, preach, Jessica, preach. I don't understand it. There was a very dumb zombie horror movie starring the Terminator himself, and the MC played by him brought it entirely upon himself. Yeah, it do be that way. Aw, oh, man, after me saying that I wasn't gonna put the lace in the same layer, I did. Sheep crossed out, perfectly valid. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just like, if you wanted me to... It's like I said, I love the original Narnia film. I think it's a blast, and sadly, I have to admit, I haven't read the book. I've read half of it, I haven't finished it, and I haven't read the other ones. I'm going to get around to them. I swear, they're children's books, they should not be that hard to read, but they are. Because I just can't find time to do it. But I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it before November, because I don't want to see The Rape of Narnia by Greta Gerwig. But it's like, and again, like I said, I have kind of my own thoughts of C.S. Lewis as an author and such. I think he was more Catholic than Christian. Oh, excuse me. And I didn't like all of his works, but I do think he was a very talented author nonetheless. And I think Narnia is very good, and it's obvious that he's definitely pulling from Christian mythology. Well, I say mythology, but to me it's not a mythology. You know what I mean. Christian iconography for the story of Narnia. It is something that is ingrained in its very DNA, and it just does not match up with Greta Gerwig style, with Netflix style. It's just like, no. Just no. Perfectly valid. These books haven't been adapted before, and they're gonna be wrecked by Hollywood. I have the whole Narnia series. I love them. You should read them. Yes, I'm going to. I just, like I said, usually the time when I read is like when I get upstairs, and by then I'm so tired. Like, I even half the reason why I brought my tablet was so I could draw in my bed before I go to sleep, and I haven't even done it that much because it's like, I'm tired. Sleep is so hard to come by these days. I had to pull out the 3D model because I couldn't find a reference for the bow. I mean, I couldn't find a good visual reference for the bow. Because that's the biggest problem when you type in anything in Google. You get so many AI results of art, and I'm like, ugh. I remember it was saying, well, you gotta type in this, and it's like, and then you'll get no AI results, and I'm like, it didn't work. There we go. I think I'm gonna stop after the base coloring because, like I said, I got some things I need to do before I go. But I'm definitely going to try to finish up the base coloring. I've heard about the browser that seems to be doing everything right. I downloaded the Brave browser, and at least ads, and apparently there's AI search. There's AI search filters. Probably ain't perfect, but better than nothing. I have Brave. It's right down there, actually. I just haven't switched because I just keep using Microsoft Edge. I know a lot of people laugh at it, and it's like, I would probably turn over to Brave. It's just like, I gotta switch all my stuff. It's like, I gotta log out on everything, and it's like, gotta erase everything, and like, I gotta really think about it. But, who knows, I probably will. But I do have Brave. I gotta look at a reference that doesn't make his... There we go. Let's see. Let's see. That is not right, so we're gonna erase that. There we go. Some people, when they speed paint, they like go super duper fast when they go to the base coloring and just like really zip through it. And like, I don't know if I should do that or not. It's not because I don't think it's actually a good idea, it is just more of laziness. Everything in me is a matter of laziness. Well, I only really do free reference pieces after I got Victoria's outfits done. Still want to redraw the other characters, so I will do that. Yay! Can't wait to see them. There we go. Yeah, his sweatband's black too. I think Ray's design makes for a nice modern prince. Oh. Wait, no. I ended up being this like, why is that so pale? And then I realized, oh wait, it's because it's not on the right brush. There we go. That's better. Oh, so the straps are thicker and they're white. I'm gonna have to fix that. I saw Honkai Star Rail Fiber that gave me a really good idea. I'll have the Awakening Reside pose in front of mirrors in various states of decay. Ooh, that sounds cool. That sounds really cool. Almost done. And then the belt is technically a little thicker, so I'm gonna make it a little thicker. But yeah, I don't think the buckle would be showing from this angle, because when I look at every side view, it's not. So I'm gonna trust now Kadoka's wisdom. And mainly because I don't want to erase a whole bunch of things. Just to draw it. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna be going in just a few minutes. Just wanna, I'm almost done. I'm like at the tip. Wait. There we go. I'm at the tip of my eyes. Okay, eyes. I think I'll just might make their eye whites on the same layer because it's gonna be the same color, so I don't think there's a reason for them making them a separate color. There we go. Eye whites. And then colors. Actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Sometimes I do this and sometimes I don't. So sometimes I put the eyes like above the skin, but this time I'm gonna put them in the layer file, in the line art file. Don't ask me why I do it differently sometimes. I don't know my logic. I forgot the eye whites, didn't I? Where? Wait, where did they go? Oh, there it is. I was like, where'd it go? I know it's here. Is there a benefit for putting in the layer file? I guess it just all depends on if I got a lot of layers and I want to keep track of it. I don't know. I see a lot of artists do it, and I do it because they do it. But that's pretty much all. That's pretty much my reasoning. It's like, why do you do it? Well, because other artists who are more experienced do it than I do. That's all I can pretty much say. And then when it comes to what I do, it's just pretty much dependent. That was the French. I'm going to be seeing French baguettes in my head. I don't know why I always keep Masato's folder open, paint palette open, even when... Oh, that's because of the hair. I was like, why is I not seeing that? I always keep her paint palette open, even when I'm not, working on her. I don't know why. Just a force of habit. And then... One thing I've learned in drawing is that if you want your colors to be vibrant, don't make them like fully saturated, because then they go from looking vibrant to looking fake, and you don't want that. Oh, wrong layer. Oh, okay. So that's why none of my colors are all the way over here, because if it's like all the way over there, it's just like, it's not gonna look good. And we don't want our art to not look good. We want it to look good. Polish that up. Okay, there we go. And then... yeah, definitely think I'm probably gonna have to end up compressing some of these layers, because it's just like, it is becoming a lot of layers to deal with. Okay, now what's left is eyelashes. Make the body disappear. There we let's draw some finish line, folks. And yeah, 1 second. No. There we go. Oh, wait, no. I always notice something. It doesn't matter if anybody else doesn't notice. The point is I noticed, and that's what matters. Okay, there we go. That was pretty much the end of the stream. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked, do all the YouTube things. Thank you so much to everyone who joined in and watched. That always means a lot to me that people actually want to see my stuff. And I had a very fun time. And a happy Valentine's Day to you all. Love, 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 love to you all. Until then, bye. Oh, I'll be back with another speed paint today, hopefully. So enjoy. Well, I hope.